Congratulations on navigating through another year in this virtual existence. If you're still holding down a tech job, you've successfully weathered major layoffs, steered clear of military drafts, and outwitted the AI that's threatening to take your place. The roller coaster that was 2023 pales in comparison to what 2024 might bring. The future, a realm where I'll be spending the rest of my days, isn't quite what it used to be. In today's discussion, we're diving into 10 technological trends for 2024 that you should be aware of. We will explore the secret trend at the end of this video. Let's start with the current state of the job market. As 2023 kicked off, we witnessed substantial layoffs from tech giants like Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. This not only saturated the job market with talent, but also coincided with a 60% drop in job openings, according to iData. This double whammy has been particularly harsh for entry-level developers trying to break into the field. Back in 2021, remote work enabled people to juggle multiple full-time jobs, and landing these roles was as easy as completing a brief boot camp. However, the landscape has drastically changed. Managers are pushing for a return user, and the job market's challenges are vividly discussed on platforms like Reddit. Despite the tough year, there's a glimmer of hope. A closer look at the data reveals a 13.8% increase in job openings from earlier in the year, with major tech firms lifting their hiring freezes. While the job market isn't as robust as before, there's cautious optimism for improvement in 2024. However, much depends on global circumstances. We're still grappling with high interest rates, a challenging scenario for startups reliant on easy capital for rapid growth. Just recently, Spotify announced its third round of layoffs for the year, cutting around 1,500 positions, attributing it to rising capital costs. These high interest rates have also brought the real estate market to a near halt, as the prospect of paying exorbitant prices for modest properties under hefty mortgages deters buyers. The automotive sector isn't faring much better. Tesla's price drop in 2023 surprised many who viewed their vehicles as appreciating assets. The tech industry and the economy at large are struggling to adapt to the new high-rate environment. On the geopolitical front, my stance is neutral. I don't align with Palestine, Israel, Ukraine, or Russia. Instead, I focus on the entities like Lockheed Martin and Boeing, who are integral to the military-industrial complex. These companies provide the tools for global conflicts, and aligning with them seems like a safe bet. The reality is stark. While you live paycheck to paycheck, your employer survives on bailouts, and the US government operates on a war-to-war basis. Without a significant conflict soon, the system risks collapse, which doesn't bode well for future tech employment. On a different note, cryptocurrency is making a comeback. Bitcoin, starting the year at 16K, recently surpassed 40K, igniting predictions of a token reaching over $1 million by 2024's end. The key figure to watch is 69K. Reaching this would unleash a flood of memes and escalate FOMO to unprecedented levels. In essence, the crypto winter might be ending, ushering in a new era of investment schemes. Augmented and virtual reality technologies, previously deemed failures, might see a resurgence in 2024, especially with the anticipated release of Apple Vision Pro. Apple has been known for its revolutionary products, like a mouse that charges from underneath. If these VR goggles gain traction, they could open new avenues for app developers. However, I remain skeptical about their widespread adoption. While Apple enthusiasts might embrace this technology, it's unlikely that the average consumer will spend $3,500 to further detach from reality. I foresee these becoming a niche product, fascinating to some but not enticing to the majority. Shifting to hardware, Microsoft recently announced its venture into chip production, introducing the Maya chip for AI and the Cobalt CPU, an ARM-based processor for cloud computing. Similarly, AWS is developing its ARM-based chips, offering a cost-effective and efficient alternative to traditional x86 chips. Currently, Most Windows PCs and laptops use x86 architecture CPUs, but this might change. Thanks to Project Volta, Windows can now run on ARM chips, and even Intel is joining the ARM chip manufacturing. However, the primary use of CPUs, gaming, remains paramount. The recent reveal of the GTA 6 trailer has generated immense excitement, being the most anticipated game in history, developed on Rockstar's proprietary Rage engine. Unity, on the other hand, faced backlash in 2023 for introducing a pricing model that charged developers for each game download. The uproar from Unity developers was so intense that the company had to retract the pricing and issue an apology. Meanwhile, Unreal Engine's latest version, 5.3, introduced groundbreaking features like a procedural content generation framework and a substrate material system that closely mimics reality. Epic Games, the parent company of Unreal Engine, continues its legal battle against Apple and Google, challenging their App Store policies. A victory in these cases could significantly benefit independent developers by bypassing the hefty fees imposed by these tech giants. Now, turning to web development, the JavaScript landscape remains as dynamic as ever. However, I predict that in 2024, the focus will shift from creating new JavaScript frameworks to enhancing tools for existing ones. We're seeing an increase in visual editors and IDEs for frameworks like React, enabling developers to drag and drop components instead of coding them manually. Frameworks like N are integrating built-in development tools for greater efficiency. Soon, AI is expected to play a major role in coding, with tools like Visual Copilot translating Figma designs into framework code and Tailwind styles. The JavaScript framework that best integrates specialized tooling and AI for accurate code generation will dominate web development for the next decade. The opportunities in web development are also influenced by trends in mobile development. The enthusiasm for downloading new mobile apps has significantly waned. Unlike a decade ago, when a viral app could make you a millionaire overnight, capturing users' attention away from established apps is increasingly challenging. For instance, most of my screen time is consumed by apps like Twitter and Discord. In mobile app development, not much has changed, but cross-platform development is seeing a rise in low-code tools that allow for easier creation of apps for both iOS and Android. Lastly, let's discuss low-level systems languages. Rust continues its rapid growth, now integrated into the Linux kernel. Despite some controversy surrounding the Rust Foundation, the language remains a key player. Other emerging low-level languages include Zig, powering the JavaScript Bun runtime, and Mojo, a Python superset adept at low-level memory management, making it a strong candidate for AI and machine learning applications. Finally, we arrive at the topic of artificial intelligence, the centerpiece of modern technological evolution. ChatGPT, though only a year old, feels like a long-standing part of our digital landscape. Its integration into mainstream platforms is imminent, with Google's Bard and Microsoft's Copilot set to revolutionize search engines and office software, respectively. AI's influence extends to stock trading, cybersecurity, and even military applications, with companies like Palantir at the forefront. The realm of generative image AI has seen remarkable advancements. A decade after Ian Goodfellow's proposal of generative adversarial networks, and a few years following OpenAI's introduction of diffusion models with DALL-E, we now have image generation capabilities that are astonishingly realistic. The next big leap is text-to-video technology, with Stable Diffusion recently unveiling a model for this. By the end of 2024, it's conceivable that we could generate full-length movies of high quality from our laptops. The ultimate milestone, however, is the achievement of artificial general intelligence, AGI, an AI that can think independently. While some speculate that OpenAI may have already reached this with the leaked QAR, opinions vary widely, with some experts believing AGI is still decades away, if achievable at all. The day AGI becomes a reality could mark a pivotal moment for humanity, potentially freeing us from labor and thought, and leading to an era of unprecedented indulgence. Yet, this could also usher in unforeseen consequences, a trade-off between technological advancement and moral decline. The AI might need to balance this by creating a simulated reality filled with challenges to counterbalance the pleasures experienced by those outside the simulation. The very video you're watching might be part of such a simulation, subtly suggesting the possibility of our existence within a virtual construct. Congratulations on reaching 2024, and thank you for tuning in. I look forward to our next discussion.